Hey, what's going on? We finally have a look at Elden Ring. I was watching the E3 conference and I saw this and I was like, I said I have to watch it. I have to watch it. And so this is going to be my second time watching it, of course. But I want to watch it one more time and then I want to look over it in detail and just talk about it a little bit. So I'm super excited to finally see this when they were announcing it on E3. And they said that they had one final game announcement at the end. I know everybody was thinking it, but I was just so happy to actually see something for it because I feel like there's been so much doubt. Like I wasn't sure that we were ever going to get it. So it's awesome to finally see that it's here. So without further ado, I'm going to watch this through without talking a second time just to see it again. And after that, I'm going to try to go through it and talk about what I think a little bit more. And I'm just really excited. So let's get into it.
Peggy 16.
The tarnished will soon return, guided by grace. Once
That looks
lost.
so good.
The Golden Order is broken to its core.
It's just everything looks gorgeous in this trailer.
Foul tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition. Someone must extinguish thy flame.
They will fight, and they will die in an unending curse. For how else is a champion or a lord to be born?
Well, a lowly tarnished, playing as a lord. I command thee now.
Brandish the Elden Ring.
That music is so good. Oh gosh, it looks so good. And that freaking cover, that's a desktop right there. I should go set it as a desktop right now. It's not like I don't know that I'm already gonna love it, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Peggy
I'm gonna
16.
set that as a desktop like as soon as possible. That's such it looks so good. It just looks so good. So we're gonna just go through it. It looks it's super reminiscent of Dark Souls, obviously. I think it's gonna be just the next spiritual successor to Dark Souls. Like I just think that that's how it's gonna be. But that doesn't make me any less excited. I've heard some people that are like not excited because they think it looks too much like Dark Souls, and honestly, I just disagree with that. Dark Souls is such a fantastic formula that for them to just continue to improve on it and maybe reboot it with a different story, in a different world, like a different kind of medieval setting, I'm totally okay with that. I'm excited to see another story told the Miyazaki way, and I just think it's gonna be awesome. So let's go through and break it down because oh my goodness, there's so much to see in this. I'm just gonna try and take it like frame by frame and see what I can learn. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit for this part. I don't know if this beginning really is relevant other than just showing us the fact that we're gonna have a horse, and of course our maiden, whatever you want to call it, is back. The same thing as the doll in Bloodborne, and the same thing as the Firekeeper in Dark Souls 3.
Will soon return.
The word tarnished, I think is mentioned like 3 times in the trailer. It's clearly like the new Ashen one. I think 100%. Like that's what the main character is gonna be called. We're gonna be called a tarnished, like just like we were a hollow, and then we were a pale blood, and then we were, or actually no, we weren't pale blood in Bloodborne, but what did they call you in Dark Souls 3? I mean, everybody called you Ashen one, or Ash, lowly Ash, or something like that. I think that's exactly the same thing with this tarnished. That's just what we're gonna be called apparently. So this looks gorgeous. Maybe this is hub, because that looks so good, but it looks so empty in these pictures. They could just be showing us areas, although that looks like it could be an enemy. Well, these are different areas for sure. There's the Elden Ring symbol. I didn't notice that before. It's like right on that big middle of that thing there. This is interesting. It looks like it's like floating apart, so like that could be in a different world or something. I'm trying to look at each frame of this. This reminds me of Bloodborne. It's like people around a fire like worshiping it or something. It's just very reminiscent. It looks so soulsy. I'm just like so Soulsborne. I just can't get over how much like this like makes me think of Nameless King right away. I'm guessing it's just how they design their character, but it looks so cool. That was one thing I was curious about. I think that's so cool, but my question is like the horse like a spell? Like, is it a spell that you cast, and then I wonder if it'll use like magic in order to use it? Or is it just kind of, that's just how you summon it and it's going to be constantly available? But either way, that seems pretty cool. It seems like if I'm right in that glowing area is the hub, then that could mean that you literally have to walk out of the hub. It's not going to be maybe transporting back and forth. Like, it's like you can literally, like, we're going to go back to not Dark Souls 3 and like not Bloodborne, where the hub is actually a part of the world. It looks like it could be that way again with this new horse travel. Like, they might want to get back into the roots of traveling and stuff. This looks cool. There's always weird things ringing bells in the Soulsborne games, so now we got whatever that is. We've got some giants pulling a cart. It looks like they have it literally staked through their chest. I'm guessing this is just them hinting at their horse combat. It just looks so soulsy. So here we got like dead bodies hanging from the ceiling. This looks pretty Bloodborne. It looks like they might have meshed it well, and I'm hoping there's still going to be some of those elements of horror. I definitely think there is. It just looks so good. These areas look so well created, and I'm so excited for all of them already. Well, obviously we have another catacombs area. We can't go a single game without a catacombs area. These things look what do they remind me of? They're like, well, they're like the spider girls from Bloodborne. They remind me of that, like the spider water things. But they also they remind me of like the things that are in the water that like moan at you and reach out their arms.
By the flame of ambition, someone must.
Wait, okay, this is not the same one. This one's got like a, what is on him? I can't tell what those are. Like, my first thought was like snakes, but I can't tell what the heck he has. It seems to me that they're just showing us some bosses ahead of time. Like, this is clearly a boss, but it looks cool. Like, they look really, it's like almost a mesh. Like, I think they look kind of Bloodborne-y. Like, they're more like monsters. They're almost like monster warriors, so it's almost, again, like a mesh. Like, I'm really hoping to see a mesh between Bloodborne and Dark Souls here. I'm just going back. I feel like I'm already missing stuff. He's got some kind of spectral, so he's obviously casting spells, and so are we. Classics. I should point out that this voice actor, I'm pretty sure, is the exact same. I could be wrong, because I feel like they make them all sound the same, but it sounds exactly the same as the doll and exactly the same as the Firekeeper, because our assistant is always the same girl. Oh, wait, say that? But that looks like our hub. I thought that tree was the hub, but maybe we can just see it from wherever he's at. But there's some bodies hanging from that bridge there. It looks like there's something that's going to make us able to jump. That's a weapon art. Is that weapon art? I just immediately thought that, but it's a curved sword. It looks exactly like the Exile Greatsword from Dark Souls 3, so I'm thinking weapon art, and I'm thinking that means hopefully that the weapon art abilities are coming back like they were in Dark Souls 3, because that was cool. It looks like we're going to be resting at bonfires again, which I'm fine with. It's whatever, they didn't have to innovate. I don't know if this is a character or an enemy. I don't know what that is. It must just be some kind of spell cube. Summon somebody. This is PvP. Oh, that's what it's for. That's what the cube is for then. It's for summoning PvP. We've got dragons. There's always dragons. That's pretty cool. That's sick. Red lightning. That looks so good. This looks like a cool boss. The way he flipped around reminds me of like Slave Knight Gale. Let's see that again. Watch him like that flipping come down. It looks so good. It's like a wolf. I don't know what, we don't know what the relevance is. She's not a character, is she? Or is she a boss? Because we saw her in the very first reveal trailer. So I don't know. And I still don't know what arms has to do anything. She was putting on an arm. I don't know if other characters are putting on arms, but there was a lot of arm stuff in the first one. This guy sounds so much like Captain Barbossa from Pirates of the Caribbean. Any agreement? Jeffrey Rush. He reminds me right here of Ludwig, like so much. Like the way that this like the cutscene looks so much like Ludwig, which would be great because who doesn't love Ludwig? So there's a knight with a great sword. Oh my gosh, there's so much to see. That's so similar to Smo's armor from Dark Souls 1. There's just so much to see. I don't know what's going on there. This is a full throttle giant. Like, do we have to fight that? Because like it looks like it. There's a haunted castle maybe. It just looks so much exactly like what I want. Like, it just looks like a Soulsborne game, and it's just so exciting to see it again. Never gonna get tired of this formula. I don't care if they keep just remasking and remasking, because it's just so good. I don't even know what to say about that. That could be a boss, I don't know. That's an NPC, I'm guessing. This is also an NPC, I would guess. Seems like it. Classic matriarch with a guardian of some sort. This has got to be an NPC. I feel like this is just showing NPCs. I'm thinking that this is just, you know, this is gonna be our crazy NPC shaking his head in the corner. There's more hand things. It reminds me of the hand things from Bloodborne, of course. I don't know what that is. That reminds me of like Mario, like the giant head things that try to crush you in Mario. It's like a platformer enemy. There's just so much to see in all these little spots. He's spitting it. That looks terrifying, whatever that is. It's like a giant dwarf. It seems like it might be pretty Norse. Wasn't that a rumor that it was going to be kind of Norse? Which makes sense because there's a lot of, I'm seeing battle axes, I'm seeing like that kind of braided beard and just some other stuff that makes it look Norse. Norse-ish. This is that same boss from earlier. They're making him seem like a big deal. Like, I don't know if he's a final boss or if they're just really proud of this boss, or if they just wanted one boss to really showcase in the trailer, but I feel like they've shown a lot of this guy. So they really hyped him up.
For all of us.
And not that I'm not excited to fight him.
Elden Ring.
This music stuff. That looks pretty cool.
For all of us.
And then this is him again, isn't it? Yeah, that's him. Like, they're just showing more of this boss to finish off the trailer, because he's got, that must be the second phase. And again, it's an arm. His arm transformed. Look how good that looks. Somebody has to have put that into a wallpaper. I'm just saying. That looks so freaking good. That looks so freaking good. Look how good that looks. And the music. And 21st of January 2022. I can't believe it's so soon. Like, that honestly doesn't feel that far away. So, like, I really was expecting them to be, like, majorly set back by the pandemic, and that's why we weren't hearing anything about it. But I think it's more likely that they have been working hard on it, and that it's going to be ready to go. Like, so here's hoping. That's so good. One more sweep through just to see if there's anything that I'm missing. It's just an exciting time. That's all I have to say. That looks pretty Norse, doesn't it? Like the barricades and the soldiers. That's like a camp or something. That looks like these just environments. They look so cool and so variant. Like, there's so many different ones already just in this trailer. Like, there's some dark and some scary. There's some bright and beautiful nature ones. There's some castles and woods and just so much stuff. That looks so cool. Their environments look so good already. Did it say, I think it did say PS4. It did, okay, good. Catch me not having a PS5 yet, but oh my goodness. These bell things. I'm sure there'll be ringing bells. You can't go wrong with some ringing bells in a Soulsborne game. There's the tree again, though. Maybe the tree is constantly visible, or maybe it has something to do with Yggdrasil. So maybe like the tree is in every biome that's in the game. Like maybe everywhere you go, you'll be able to see that some part of the tree, like it's the world tree from Norse mythology. I don't know what those are going to be. Some kind of an enemy. Everything's hostile towards you in a Soulsborne game. Got some catacombs enemies. emboldened by the flame of ambition. It still has to do with flames. We're still talking about flames. It says in a new world created by Hidetaka Miyazaki and George R. R. Martin, right? Like it says new. Like it's not. I just feel like it's so similar to the previous games. We didn't hear anything about the Elden Ring, really. Well, they said in pursuit of the Elden Ring, but we didn't hear anybody moaning about the Elden Ring. So, I still don't know what's going on in this man's head. Like tentacles? Could be kind of Lovecraftian. I mean, obviously, that could be an influence that's there. He's doing some flips. It looks like a cool enemy. We're casting spells. He's casting spells. I'm interested to see how the horse stuff works. I think of all the things about the game that I'm not really particular, like I'm not worried about horse combat. I'm sure that it'll be good because I mean it's FromSoft, and I'm just hoping that there's a balance of it. I don't want them to like Batman Arkham Knight it and have too much Batmobile. So like I hope that there's not too much horse stuff or that it's required. Although I have a lot of faith in them to not do that because I just think they know that it's done. That's not going to work out. So I think it's going to go really good. I don't have anything else to say other than how just freaking excited I am. So I'm just so happy that we got a release date. Of course, I will be covering this when it comes out. And I'm more excited than ever. I just wanted to go through and have a look at it. Let's look for the desktop quick. That's what we want to see. I don't even know. Elden Ring wallpaper. Nobody's like clipped that and edited it yet? Edited? There it is. That one has the Bandai Namco. Do I have to get it with the Bandai Namco in it? It says 1920 by 1080. It's whatever. I'm gonna save it. We'll save it to my backgrounds folder. I'm just adding it. Elden Ring. Save. Because it's just so cool. So let's try that. Web page. That's not what I wanted. What did I hit? Did I hit the wrong thing? Save image as. WEPP. Why is that doing that? Can I just save it as a PNG? Did it work? Yeah, it did. Okay. Okay. I feel good. If you have been, thank you for watching. And I'm number 35 on trending. This is just one of them. This is Bandit Namco's channel, I think. But Elden Ring is out, baby. Here we were thinking maybe it didn't even exist, and it does. So I couldn't be more excited about that. So hope to see you there. And thank you very much for watching Elden Ring.